Hey beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. You're here with me, Sarit and Stevie K. Okay, today guys we're watching Is India Taking Over the VFX Industry?
Yeah guys, it's from the channel VFX Geek. Do check out their channel. I'll put the link to the channel and of this video in the description below, so give them a subscribe. I haven't seen any of their videos, but this link's been sent to me, and I thought with all the movies I've been watching recently, with KGF, RRR, you know, you see the VFX, CGI, you know, all the action sequences and different stuff going on. That just like blows your mind of how, you know, it makes a film so much exciting. You go well amazed of the work that they're doing. That I thought, okay, you know what, this will be quite interesting to watch. Also something different for us as well. And if you guys haven't seen it, something different for you guys. So we're going to check this one out, and guys, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also check out the channel, which is called Touch. Links will be in the description below, and let us know if there's any other videos like this or any other kind of videos from other channels that you guys want us to see. Send us the links and we'll check those as well. So here we go.
In 2011, the size of the Indian VFX industry was around $31 billion. But within 10 years, it has risen to massive $74 billion. With international companies like MPC, Double Negative, Framestore or Digital Domain establishing their offices there, and now shifting from rotoscoping and cleanup to creative visual effects creation, India's VFX industry will surely continue to grow. Having its own huge film industry, India has also established its own VFX companies over the years. What made the Indian VFX industry rise constantly in the last decade? Let's find out. This video is sponsored by F-Truck, the creator of Academy Award and Emmy-winning production tracking and media review solutions for VFX and other creative industries.
Wow,
I'll tell you more about it at the end of this video, and now let's talk about India's VFX industry. The turning point was in the 1990s, when CGI, computer-generated imagery, started gaining importance, and that was also noticed by the Indian industry. Soon, Indian companies decided to advance themselves to match with international competitors. Until recently, everyone associated India with rotoscoping. It was the #1 place for outsourcing this kind of work. Also, so-called paint and cleanup work, which usually means wire removal and manually painting out unwanted objects, was being sent to India. Big VFX companies, like the mentioned MPC, have established their branches in India to have their own teams for such work. However, a gigantic film industry, there's around 1,800 films being produced in India each year compared to around 700 made in Hollywood, clearly developed a need for visual effects. Due to relatively lower budgets, those effects had to be created locally, and so India's VFX studios began to emerge. Prime Focus, Makuta VFX or Red Chillies are just a couple of examples of India's VFX powerhouses. Those companies are responsible for some amazing effects created for Indian films, but they begin to spread on international productions. Red Chillies is one of the leading firms in the country that has now more than 300 artists working for them. Their scope of work ranges from beauty work, environments and set extensions, creature creation and FX simulations. Their credits include some Indian blockbusters, but they also had a bite on international productions like Sin City 2 or League of Gods.
Amazing. Red Chillies International, wow.
VFX is not just about film projects. Commercials are today in demand for visual effects as well. One of the leading firms, named Famous Studios, claims to deliver 15 to 20 TV ads each month with heavy VFX work.
Each month?
Along with the VFX industry, the animation studios in India bloom, and companies like Green Gold Animation or Toons Animation are producing dozens of animated films and series for Indian and international markets.
Well, it's just like, you know.
India's VFX industry is quickly catching up with the latest technology trends. It's no different with the virtual production. Stages with LED screens, as originally used in the production of Mandalorian, are being built in India and were used to continue producing movies during the pandemic.
Mandalorian, what
Actually, despite the massive impact of COVID-19, the animation industry in India grew by 10% in 2020, while the whole economy was going down. Some of India's biggest films featuring heavy VFX work include Bahubali,
awesome, amazing.
produced in 2015 with a budget of approximately $28 million and 90% of the movie having some kind of visual effects, created by 17 VFX studios and around 600 artists. In 2022, a third part of this film will be released.
Huh?
Third part.
Will it?
In 20, when did you say?
No, 2022. 2.0. A third part of Bahubali.
2018 science fiction film, being the most expensive Indian film so far, with around $76 million budget.
What does he mean RRR?
Visual effects were created by Double Negative
That's
and
not
22 other companies, and animatronic effects by US-based Legacy Effects, known for Avatar, Avengers, or Jurassic World.
Mad.
That Rajinikanth?
Zero,
Zero, sorry. Yeah.
a
that's the
2018
Shah Rukh Khan one,
romantic comedy for which the main actor's height had to be reduced to around 137 centimeters.
That's crazy, yeah.
To make it small.
Visual effects were provided by Red Chili's VFX.
Which is Shah Rukh Khan's company.
Over the years, the demand for visual effects all over the world has increased dramatically. VFX studios were opening branches in different parts of the world to catch up with the demand and to gain access to new artists. In the meantime, VFX artists in India gained experience and were now ready to move from simple tasks to more demanding ones. This is especially
They're gonna go
visible
way ahead,
with
they
Double
are.
Negative. The London-based VFX company was bought by Indian Prime Focus in 2014. Originally, DNEG's Indian offices were taking over rotoscoping and cleanup work. But recently, we see that more complex work, like compositing or FX simulations, are being done in their Indian branches. That was the case with Dune, Matrix Resurrections, or The Uncharted. The rapid growth of India's VFX industry is also influenced by government financial incentives and wider education possibilities, with universities offering VFX and animation studies. Some of the most known are Anibrain School of Media Design, MAAC, Maya Academy of Advanced Cinematics, National Institute of Design, or Sanpit University. Despite VFX industry growing constantly since the last decade, the younger generation in India and their parents are still facing difficulty getting out of the century-old mindset of pursuing career in law, government service, engineering, or healthcare. But the career trends are quickly changing. Visual effects industry gets more recognition and starts offering good financial conditions. Junior VFX artists in India can earn around $150 to $350 per month. Mid-level artists can expect $400 to $800, and senior VFX artists earn up to around $1,500 per month. Lead artists and supervisor salaries can be substantially higher.
I think you have to get to that top level to make what you got
India's
for the work they
VFX
have to
industry
do.
has now managed to grab 10% of the global market and is expected to rise by 25% in 2025. India will definitely take a large chunk of world's VFX production. However, with growing demand for visual effects and rising salaries in India, I don't think that we would see an outflow of jobs from Europe or America. Huge number of film and episodic productions for numerous streaming platforms will simply create new opportunities for VFX artists around the world, including India.
And that was the video?
Wow.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, I do find it quite fascinating. But I think, you know what it is? Like Sweet said just a moment ago, that our son, who watches all these things like Mandalorian, and he loves all this, he likes science fiction stuff more than anything. It's a big thing because he loves Star Wars. He will be, you know, because I don't think... He will be well amazed if we were to say, you know what, these films and stuff like that, the effects that have been made in India, because I don't feel like even when the movies come out, we watch them, Hollywood, or, you know, it could be Indian cinema, it could be Hollywood, but they don't pinpoint out that where this work is being carried out. Majority of the time, automatically, you're just assuming that it's basically, yeah, it would be the company, whoever it might be, that's creating the film.
That's true, yeah.
That they've just got like outside worker, but you don't really think of it that the outside companies that they're getting to do their work is actually either based in India or UK or wherever it might be. I don't think they get that credit in that sense. As in, they know that, and other production companies know that. I think the people who watch don't know that. And I'm sure there's people in India who also watch these Hollywood films, and they'll turn around and go, wow, that was amazing. One day we'll be, because I've heard it, like one day watch India will be doing a lot more better than them, and you're going, actually, India's already doing their stuff for them.
That's where it's come from.
You know what I mean? That one day it's not, oh, we will be just as good as them. No, actually, India is actually making it for them.
For the work that's been done, because those movies want to be where
it's
they
the
are
acknowledgement
if it's not
and the
well
appreciation. I don't think, and when you're a youngster growing up, like you said, yeah, you are going to go for the engineering job or the law job and all that, because you're not aware that all that work is there, and that this, what we watch and what we enjoy and what we admire and we're fascinated by, is actually created, you know, at home or in your. It's a job available for you to also be part of, because you keep on thinking it's out there because it's not shown. And like I said, even for our son now who's in the UK, well, you know, I'm telling him, you know, half the stuff that you watch, it's made there. I'm astonished because not because I didn't think, like, obviously there's Assis Rajamouli, that is the one that you see the most. I knew Bahubali, like, you know, and obviously watch RRR now and you see the CGI and the FX, VFX, whatever you want to call it, you know, like, he goes to the next level of creating something amazing. He does, from background to, you know, the way that he creates his angles, his world. I think the only thing that surprised me was when he said Bahubali 3 is coming out in 2022, and I thought,
he slipped something, he shouldn't.
You know, I was like going, well, I don't think any of us have been aware of that. It would have, like, it's only another 4 months left till you know, end of the year. I'm sure they made Bahubali. Prabhas's already made about 3 or 4 films. He's been making Salar. And you know, and where did Bahubali come from? Unless he just meant it's S.S. Rajamouli who's made, it's RRR he mistaked with, because the same director, isn't it?
Yeah.
And unless that's what for him, I don't know. But this came out in April, so RRR came out before that. So unless I was a bit thrown. But Red Chillies, obviously we know that Shah Rukh Khan, you know, for what he creates, regardless, if you think he's not just an actor, his company is doing various other things. But it was good. It was nice to see, and like you said, it's seeing where it is and where it's going to be, and what is, you know, like in Indian cinema, the films that are going to create the effects that are there, because it is made there. It's going to be mind-blowing and something really, you know, fun to look forward to.
Definitely.
But at least it sort of messes up that thing, not messes up, awakens us up to thinking that, oh gosh, you know, like I said, one day we'll be as good as there. Instead, I just think it's to do with the money. The companies that want their films made, they're not probably willing to pay what needs to be done, so they're just going to forget that. Whereas they're probably willing to pay. I'm guessing. But again, from the salaries you were saying, I don't think they were getting paid enough. for the work that they're obviously doing. It's, you know, they should be getting paid a lot more than that. That was the video. Let us know what you guys thought. Write down what else you want us to react to. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.